Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Android Weekly / Android Q&A, where we give you all the weekly news and answer all of your questions live. Now, if you haven't seen this episode before, I'm going to go through about 5 or 6 articles today, and then I'm going to answer 5 questions that were emailed to me during the week. If you have a question, please email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com. And just make sure your subject is question. Then I will answer it, hopefully on next week's episode. Now, I do get a lot of questions a week, so I only get to about 5 or so that are emailed to me. However, if you watch us live, you can actually ask your question in the comment section down below. So if you are watching live, make sure to ask your question in the comment section down below. All right, and now we will get to the articles. So if you've watched for the past 2 weeks, we've had some issues with Hangouts. It's just acting weird and trying to fix it. On the meantime, I've kind of come up with a temporary solution. Not the best solution, but I will kind of be showing pictures, but on the side. So I'm going to be moving over like this, and I will be showing you guys the pictures right here. So for the first one, we have Samsung Gear 3 is supposed to support a curved display without the camera, and supposedly it's going to be shown at IFA. Now, my main thing to this is, isn't this the Gear Fit? It's a curved display and without a camera. Isn't this kind of it? Now, you could say, well, maybe they mean more in line of like the Gear Live style, where it doesn't have a camera, but it was square, and it'll be circular. That is definitely a possibility. But I'm kind of curious. I would love to see what kind of design Samsung has changed since the first, the Gear 2 looked better than the Gear 1, but it did have a similar design. The thing I loved about it was that you can now switch out the band, so I put a metal band on mine instantly. So curious to see how that'll be. What do you guys think? Would you be more open to a Gear if it was a better design? Is that what's kind of stopping you from it? And speaking about changing the design, LG has revealed that their new smartwatch will be coming out at IFA as well, and it is being called the LG G Watch R. So this should be the G Watch 2, and it's really kind of curious to see how it came out. So you can see a quick video. They released this video, and basically what it is it's taking a square and kind of making it curved. So, throughout this video, it makes it circular. So then you have a circular style video and showing circular watch faces. And it says coming soon to IFA 2014. So we know that that is when it will be announced. Now, do you think this is a smart idea? So I have 2 opinions on this one. One, absolutely it's a smart idea. The Moto 360 is getting the most attention out of all the Android Wear. The reason why I feel the Android Wear isn't doing so well right now is because everyone's waiting on the Moto 360 to be announced at IFA on September 4th, and then be released probably September 12th or September 14th for $250, and it will be available at Best Buy, as we now know. So, what do you think? I did return my Gear Live. I felt it wasn't ready yet, even though I did really enjoy certain aspects of it. But overall, I still chose the Gear 2 over the Gear Live. But I told myself, well, I love the 360 design, so when the Moto 360 comes out, I'll give Gear Android Wear another chance and see if I like that better. So now, which one should I get? Should I get Moto 360 or should I get this LG Watch R or G Watch R, which is just annoying. They need to come up with a better name for that. Hopefully they will. So even round would be better than just R. But so what is disheartening is you should not buy a G Watch right now. Why on earth would you buy an LG G Watch right now if they're going to come out with a replacement for it in moments? And supposedly they also fixed the display with this because, one of the big things is the G Watch, you can't really see it outside. and the batteries had issues, and obviously the charging's had a lot of issues. But so that's really where it's coming from. What do you guys think? Do you guys would you guys choose this LG watch over Motorola? Do you trust LG more than Motorola, since they have had a bit more experience at success in the mobile industry lately comparing to Motorola? And then speaking of to round to round off the smartwatch news, the iWatch looks like it is going to be delayed until 2015. Now, I do believe this to be true. And this is why. The main reason why I believe that the iWatch will be delayed is actually one very simple one. And that is that I believe the iWatch will be delayed because we haven't seen any yet. We have not seen a leak yet. And considering that we know everything about the iPhone 6, I don't believe that that's possible for the iWatch, not for us to have not seen the iWatch with all this time, just because it leaked everywhere with the iPhone. So why would the same companies that are making the iWatch not get leaks of it? So that's my greatest point. Now, we've known they've had production issues for the longest time. We know they're having production issues with the 5.5, and that's why we most likely won't see that at IFA. Or sorry, not at IFA, but at their announcement September 9th. What do you guys think? Do you think there's any chance that we will see the iWatch at the September 9th announcement? I personally do not believe that it will be there anymore. I'm 100% positive that it will not be there, and I am about 70% positive that we will not see the iPhone 5.5, that it will only be the 4.7-inch, and I think that there might be maybe like some new MacBooks announced at that time too, and the iPads will be announced at the end of October announcement for the iPads. Now, in some other news, we saw some other wearable devices, and this one's again from Samsung. So we saw that the Gear VR in production. So we saw some nice images right here of it, and that's a really cool image in how it stands out. So yeah, some really nice style for it. I'm really curious about this. This is actually one device that I have believed is going to be coming to IFA, and I am really curious to see how this works. It's supposed to go with the Samsung gamepad, which I have, and I'm really curious if they'll keep the Samsung gamepad though, or I would like a Samsung gamepad too. I have said in previous videos that I believe Samsung not having a second trigger button has messed up the controller a lot in a lot of games and made it incompatible for a lot of games. And they need to update that controller, in my opinion. But for VR, look, I've long regretted last year at CES not seeing the Oculus Rift, and I've been excited about VR ever since. So yes. In terms of other news, we also have Google, again with wearables, acquiring Gecko Design, which was one of the designers for the Fitbit. But not only that, why are they hiring them? Well, supposedly the reason why they bought this company was to improve their Google Glass design, which I agree does need improvement. Let me put it this way. If Google Glass recorded at 1080p, I would most likely use it for my channel. Because I've long been annoyed with my camcorder and the way while I'm recording and everything, and it's just like certain times when if I'm doing a gaming review, I have to go like this and put my arms around, and it's not comfortable. And if I would have Google Glass, I would just be like doop 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 doop, seen directly in front of it, and it's just beautiful and perfect, and you guys would be seeing what I see, which I think is really good. The only, of course, downside to that would be that you can't zoom in, or at least not on this version. Maybe they would launch like a 2x or 1x, or sorry, 2x or 4x zoom. And then the last one I thought was really interesting because it definitely caught my eye, but it hasn't really made a splash at the store, because I did check out, I did go to the Sprint store and see if anyone had asked about it. No one really had. But the Sharp phone, which, as you can see, this is the phone. It is the thinnest bezel we've ever had in the U.S., and it looks really cool. The phone, from what I've heard, does not feel good whatsoever. In the hand, it does not feel good, and just the way it's felt has, I guess, not been that appealing. However, in terms of looks, it just looks great. The thing is, it's a mid-range phone or slash entry-level phone, and it's only supposed to be, I think, a total of like $200 and something. Like, it's really, really inexpensive. Yeah, $240. $240 that this device is supposed to be. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think could be a new trend? Maybe really good-looking phones with not so good specs. Is that a possibility? It definitely could be. Let me know what you think. All right, I will be answering the questions that were emailed to me during the week. Again, if you have a question, please email me at asktheandroidguy@gmail.com and make your subject question. There are 2 questions in the comment section down below, so please feel free to ask any others if you have any questions that you would like to ask. All right, and now I will get into the questions that were asked. iOS Kryptonite asks, "Hey, hi Ricky, how's it going? My question is your opinion on the Galaxy Alpha. Will it come to the U.S.?" So, will the Galaxy Alpha come to the U.S.? That is a really good question. See, I said no in the beginning. I really said no. I did not think it would be coming to the U.S. The only thing that makes me second guess that is the fact that with the Alpha, we do have one thing that's very interesting, and that is that it was leaked that AT&T and T-Mobile had a version of it coming. Now, these versions numbers are not like European AT&T and AT&T and T-Mobile. So this is the only thing that has made me think it could come to the U.S. If it comes to the U.S., though, I do not believe it'll go for every carrier for that reason. It seemed like that they had a deal with AT&T and T-Mobile, and maybe it was because they wanted to keep it a GSM phone and not a CDMA phone. Maybe they just want to make it GSM, make it quick, easy, simple. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think the Alpha will come to the U.S., or would you want to? Would you really, if the Note 4 is announced and the Galaxy Alpha is announced, would you be more interested in the Alpha than the Note 4? I personally would not. I mean, for me, it's just like, no, easily the Note 4 is my next phone. But would you be? I'm curious if anyone would be otherwise. All right. Narita asks, "Hey, thanks for watching YouTube videos. I found them very helpful. My question is, do both phones have to be online to transfer data from one phone to another? I have a GS3 and now I have a Note 3. Got it. So basically, you're wondering if both do have to be active, or say have internet rather. Well, you do have to have internet at one point on the old device, and that is so that you can get a Smart Switch. So you're going to go to the Play Store, the Google Play Store, and search for Smart Switch. And sorry, I just can't see myself right now. There you go. And you're going to go for Smart Switch. And it's the one at the top. So once you have that, you no longer need internet after that fact. So after you have that, then you no longer need internet. Now, once you open Smart Switch, you'll see the screen. You open the screen on both devices. On the old device, you're going to hit Android to Galaxy, and then you're going to select everything that you want to transfer, and after you select everything, you hit transfer. This makes a noise that the other device hears. That's why you have to have the devices right next to each other, like just right next to each other. And once you do that, you're all set. So yeah, that is how you would transfer them. So one needs to have at least a Wi-Fi connection just to download an app. After that, the old phone does not need internet whatsoever, and you can transfer. The reason why, just to quickly go over, it's through a technology called Wi-Fi Direct, which uses Wi-Fi technology but does not need a Wi-Fi location. It just uses Wi-Fi as a means to transfer something. All right. Dolph Van Color asks, I just wanted to know, how do you delete an unwanted homepage from my tab for 10.1? I was simply adding them by holding an empty space and clicking on Home and Pages. How do you remove it? So I don't have the tab 10.1 with me, but it should just be something like this. Simple. Go like this, pinch to zoom, and whatever screen you're on, say if I'm on this screen, right, this is an empty screen. I grab the screen, and then either on the very top or the very bottom, you will have a little trash can symbol like that pop up somewhere. And then you just drag the screen and throw it away when it becomes red. So that was on the phone. I'll show you on the Tab Pro, but that might be a little bit different. So you see right here, if I pinch to zoom, I can add that plus button, or I can drag a new screen and remove it right there. And that's how you do it. But the way you were adding it, you were just kind of like, you know, if you dragged an app, if you held down an app, you would just add it to the end, and that would be like a new plus. So you don't want to do it that way. You want to pinch to zoom first, and that'll allow you to remove or add screens much more easily than the method you were doing beforehand. All right, Jerry asks, hi, Android man. Android man, how do you reset kid mode color? Grandson entered this mode, but did not sure how to reset or delete the app. Thanks for your help. Okay, so two things. One thing you're going to need to do is just turn off the phone. Once you turn off the phone, it will be back in regular mode. So that's how you get back into regular mode, right? And just turn the brightness all the way down. All right, that's how you get back into regular mode. Then, after that, you're going to go into Settings, and then you're going to go under Application Manager. In Application Manager, you're going to then go to Kids Mode. And in Kids Mode, and in Kids Mode from here, sorry, it's a little shiny, you're going to hit Force Stop right up here at the top, and then Clear Data. What this will do, it will reset your device, or sorry, not your device. It will reset Kids Mode so that there is no password and you have to set it all up again. So that's how it'll work. All right, and the last question before I get to the viewer questions in the comment section down below. Again, if you have a question, please feel free to ask in the comment section down below, and I will answer it shortly. Daniel asks, my Note 3 won't sync with Outlook Calendar. I enjoy your instructional videos on the 3 unknown features of this amazing device. 3 unknown features of this amazing. I'm not sure which video that was. I really do need to back up all of my data, my phone. Also, dearly need to sync Outlook with this phone. Can you help? Sure. So for Outlook, I actually recommend downloading the Outlook app. So if you go to the Play Store, this is the Outlook app. You want to download this, and once you have this on your device, that will sync up all of your Outlook, your email, and I believe you can set up your calendar through that way too. Let me just check. Yes, you can set it up so you can set up your contacts in your calendar right there too. So that is how you would set up your Outlook connecting to it. However, how do you back up all the data on your phone? I'm not sure what phone you have. Just because, yeah, you didn't. Oh, duh, the Note 3. So for the Note 3, you can back up all your data on your device with Samsung Keys, spelled Kies. You simply Google it on your device, and basically it will come up. First, I'm just going to search real quick for you. And as you see, this is what it will look like on your screen. But yes, you go to Samsung Keys and download that. Basically, once it's on your device, I believe you'll need Keys 3 for the Note 3. Once it's on your device, computer, then you can back up everything on your device. All documents, all photos, everything that's not on a micro SD card will be backed up that way. So that should take care of you from there. All right, those were the weekly questions that were asked. Now let's check out what the questions in the comment section down below. Again, if you have a question, feel free to ask in the comment section down below. Looks like we only have one right now. Yes, it looks like we only have one right now, and it is from DFW Texan. And let's see the question. It's kind of hard to see from here, so I'm going to zoom into it. Alright, cannot access private mode. Forgot password. What can I do to retrieve the files and information? I mean, you can reset private mode, but I don't know what that will do to your data. I just haven't had that happen to me. So the same thing I showed earlier, actually, you can do for yours in private mode. So you go to Application Manager in the settings, and then you go to private mode. I see. There isn't a private mode per se. There's personal page service. It's definitely in here. I just don't know where it is off the top of my head. It looks like not Knox, not kids mode. Could be Samsung private mode maybe. Let's see if it's Samsung private mode. No, I know I've had to reset private mode before, but I'm not sure why. Unfortunately, it looks like I would have to look more into it. But yes, there is a way to. Maybe I haven't set up private mode on this phone. That's why I have not set up private mode on this phone. There might be a private mode on your phone. Let me hold on one second. I'm going to actually check my other S5 for you and see if there is indeed a private mode. Let's see. Okay, so this one I have private mode set up, so I will turn it off now and see. So you forgot your password and your like backup. Hmm. Yeah, I did private remote with my fingerprint, so I just scan it and then it just works. But should have an alternative password that you can use. Yep, so there it is. So you have to clear this out. This is personal page service. You clear this out, and that should clear out private mode. And then it should be all good. All right, so hopefully that works for you, and that should help you out. All right, that might look like it's the only question. Sorry I had to make it a little bit earlier today, guys. What happened basically is I have friend, his band is playing in a concert today, and I told him I would go. And I hadn't been able to go last 2 times, so I did want to make an effort to go today. Remember that I will not be having a Android Weekly next weekend simply because it is my birthday on Labor Day. So for that, I will give most of you guys the day off, or give you time and a half for that. By you guys, of course, that means that live in the U.S. and that have that holiday off. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy next weekend as much as I will. I should have a lot of fun. I will be posting things on my Instagram, good times, and all that kind of fun stuff. So should be lots of fun. Thank you guys for watching as always. Do appreciate it, and please give that like thumbs up down below. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.